So, the anniversary stream just happened.
It's him! It's freaking him!
And I enjoyed it.
Yes! Yes!
I enjoyed it a normal amount.
Most of it.
I'm completely normal and sane right now. So, yeah, Behavior just showed us the first glimpses of the FNaF chapter, and I am stoked. The FNaF fandom is how I discovered DbD around 5 years ago, and I've been waiting for this chapter since then. I can hardly contain my excitement. Is this how other people feel when they get their dream chapter? Honestly, this stream might be the highlight of my life. Well, that is until the PTB anyways. I just can't help but gush about all the stuff they showed off. It's starting with the teaser, which I'll show on screen. So yeah, the first proper look at my boy Springtrap. And if you look carefully, you can actually spot his knife. His weapon of choice has always been a knife, so it kind of makes sense. Honestly, I'm just glad that he'll be in the game, so I'm not being too picky about it. We also got to look at the key art, and it looks really, really good. Springtrap does look a tad off model. I think it has something to do with the face structure as well as the ears maybe being too small. But I'm not too bothered by it. After all, us FNaF fans have kinda been trained to spot the difference between the official and other models. We also get our first look at the map, which is Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, of course. It's supposed to be based off of the first game's location, but it seems to take a lot more cues from the movie. The map also seems to be part of the Withered Isle realm, which I called, by the way. Can I also just say real quick how gorgeous the map is? FNaF bias aside, I think this might genuinely be my favorite map from a visual standpoint, which fortunately we'll be getting a separate queue with, in which you can queue up to play the most recently released map. You know for a fact I will not be playing any other map for a while. You can also see in the screenshots 3 of the original animatronics, Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica, on the main stage. Apparently, if you repair the main generator, they're supposed to activate and stop performing, which, again, really cool. There hasn't been any sign of Foxy for some weird reason, but I'm sure we'll probably get some peeks at him coming in the near future. Maybe the next livestream or something. Also, if you combine these 2 screenshots, you can get a better look at what Springtrap's full design probably is. And he looks so good. He looks so good here. I am in love with it. He seems to be a really, really close match to his FNaF 3 appearance. The only major differences I can spot are an improved endoskeleton, the missing jaw clamp thingy on the back of his head, and a much fuller and more detailed corpse. One that's anatomically correct, minus the ankle guts from the looks of it. Those are integral to the design. Yeah, I'm just loving the model. I have a feeling this is gonna be the best Springtrap has looked in any game, and I am so looking forward to it. The chapter, unfortunately, does not come with a new survivor, which is a bit surprising for an anniversary chapter, but it's unfortunately not too surprising when it comes to the FNaF chapter. It's obvious Behavior's mainly trying to pull from Scott's early FNaF games when it was just him working on it, which those games only feature faceless protagonists. You have the later games by Steelwool and the movie characters, yes, but I assume those have other licensing stuff that would need to get sorted out if they were to bring a survivor from those games in. And it's a bit of a shame we won't be getting a new survivor. I was hoping Behavior would at least be able to make an original Night Guard survivor maybe for the chapter, but it doesn't seem to be the case. However, ironically enough, we did actually get one thing from the film, and that's the Yellow Rabbit legendary skin for Springtrap, complete with the likeness and voice of Matthew Lillard himself. It looks sick. I am really curious if they'll keep his face visible the entire time you play, or if he'll maybe put on the Yellow Rabbit head during the match, but either way, it is really cool to see the Yellow Rabbit portrayed by Matthew Lillard himself. And not only that, Springtrap will be voiced by PJ Haywood, and I am really happy to see PJ revising his role as Springtrap. I loved his performance, honestly, and after Security Breach in the movie, I was a bit worried we wouldn't get to hear him again, since they used 2 different actors for those portrayals of William. But I am really excited to see what his vocal performance will be like. They also give us a peek at the 9th anniversary lobby in this footage. And if you look very carefully, you may spot that some of the decorations in the background include the balloons from the new map, star streamers, and the iconic party hat. This really leads me to believe that the anniversary will be heavily FNaF themed. I'm at least hoping the offerings will be something like a pizza or a cupcake. Unfortunately, again, we don't have any idea about what the perks of power will be. The devs have been pretty tight-lipped about it, they can't reveal much. However, they have been dropping some small clues. Most of these clues are revealed in the Game Rant interview, which I'll link below in the description. The biggest one, in my opinion, being that Springtrap will apparently be a character that almost anyone can play and has a large variety of different playstyles. This, I think, sounds really cool, as they can allow new players to experience and find out how they like to play. I also think it's kind of fitting that a character who's depicted so wildly different within each iteration gets to play extremely differently depending on each player. Kind of feels very fitting for the character. So we can assume Springtrap will have an arsenal of different abilities, but what will those abilities exactly be? The devs have confirmed a few things. First of which is that jump scares are most definitely part of his gameplay, which makes me wonder if he'll have at least some sort of stealth ability, since it would fit his MO of hiding within the cameras of FNaF 3. If you don't know, in FNaF 3, Springtrap tries to hide out of view in the cameras, and you kind of have to really look carefully sometimes in order to spot him. The jump scare could also be some sort of M2 ability where you maybe leap forward like a demo pounce. The reason why I think that is that the devs mentioned Chase and Melee as two different playstyles, and I think that could easily be them referring to M1 versus M2 style gameplay for Springtrap. They also interestingly mention a projectile ability, which I'm a bit surprised about. I don't have a clue what that projectile will be. I don't think it's going to be an axe toss. I will put that out there. I don't think it's going to be an axe toss because Pillar Chase 2 already did that with Springtrap, and I feel like that'd be kind of weird. Plus, he has a knife, not an axe, but you never know. Maybe he'll be able to switch between a knife mode and axe mode. And if that's the case, maybe a fist mode too, because I think punching is kind of fun. Anyways, the devs also mentioned that they want to push the survivor's experience when playing against Springtrap to make sure it feels true to FNaF's gameplay and universe. My guess is that this plays some part of it. It's a security door with a camera attached on top. And my guess is that survivors will have access to cameras, which will allow them to monitor the doors. And the security doors would obviously be used by Springtrap, maybe as a teleport ability, kind of like a shortcut to get around the map, like how the vents in FNaF 3 were a shortcut for Springtrap to get into your office. Either that, or considering where the door is placed, it could be used to block off certain pathways in loops or main buildings. If Springtrap has such a versatile kit, he could end up becoming a really strong killer, and these doors could act as a counter to him. I'd prefer the former, but I wouldn't mind the latter if it's done well. The door also features a screen which shows a door icon, a green link, and the number 5. There's not much to go off of for this, but we can probably make a guess. My guess is that the number 5 could possibly be the number of doors available to Springtrap, where the link could represent if the door is connected or not. If the doors are used as a teleporting ability, I could imagine the specific door would go on some sort of cooldown after use. Either that, or maybe survivors can disable specific doors using the camera system. Overall, I am really hyped for this collaboration. I am going to be impatiently waiting for the next stream when they reveal more about the chapter. And yeah, I've been also saving just a crap ton of BP for it. Just look at this. I have no life, and I must spend all of this on Springtrap. If you guys have any opinions or theories about the FNaF chapter, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I really enjoy engaging in theoretical discussion and just talking about the game. Plus, you know, it allows me to geek out about FNaF and DbD. So, yeah. I don't really have a good way to end off this video, so, here, take the screenshot of a Springtrap mask within the credit packs. Okay, bye!